Now Roger Hoover joined on the field by Brandon Haywood, and a tough loss tonight for Wingate, but a lot of good things early on for this Carson-Newman team. What was working for the Eagles in the first half?
I think a lot of execution came from the option, came from short routed passes, intermediate passes, just trying to get the ball in the athlete's hands. I think that worked well for us early on in the game.
On that first drive, you had that fumble that led to a Wingate touchdown. Then you also had a fumble on the second drive, but it seemed like after that you seemed to calm down, had a couple of nice touchdown runs after that. How'd you settle down?
Yeah, it was a different offensive scheme, not really just a wider depth for our tackles, and it was harder to run and read the option than it's been in the last 3 weeks, and I just had to catch the pace of the game. My running backs, they did exactly what they were supposed to do, so I take every fault for both fumbles. I just had to get there faster, and it was just a difference, and after that, I think we clicked pretty good from then on out with the chemistry and with the timing, but at first it was just different. It was altered offense and altered tackle splits, and it was just things that we had to overcome.
You had one of the most impressive runs we've seen by Carson-Newman back this season on that 21-yard touchdown scamper. You had some contact, but you managed to stay on your feet, and that led to the score.
Yes, sir. Coach Barks always preach, if you see green, run for it, and that's exactly what I did. A shouts out to every blocker that played that, especially Kevin Day. You know, he led on the linebacker, and I just made a cut off the safety, but it was still the downfield blocks that led me into the end zone. So I commend my boys for staying with me each and every play.
What kind of adjustments did Wingate make in the second half?
They tried to do a little slide front. They were sliding the tackles, trying to play head up or three techniques on our tackles or guards. And we just had to focus on hitting A gaps, and when we wasn't hitting A gaps, whenever we tried to bounce to B or C, the scheme that they was playing by coming off the end and then trying to fill the gaps worked to their advantage. So,
once again, some explosive games in the passing game for Carson-Newman, especially your long strike to Jason Brown that got Carson-Newman close when the Eagles were only trailing by 2 points. Take me through that play.
That was a good play by the coaching staff. They saw that the safety was running downfield, screaming really hard, and it was a well-executed play just to get behind him. And like I always say, I just want to get my playmakers the ball.
And on that same possession, you get down to the 1 yard line. Carson-Newman decides to go for it on 4th and 1. Just take me through that play as the Eagles tried to punch it in.
I'll never go against my coach's judgments. He can put that on himself, but I'll never back him up on that. We did what we thought was going to work, and we had a good look. I think they just out-penetrated us. It's a terrible thing to remember, but I'm not going to put anything on him that he can't bear. We should have still got it. If we call it, we need to run it, we need to execute it. So that's on us as more than it's on anybody else.
What do the Eagles have to do to get ready for Catawba next week?
We got to brush this one off. We got practice in the morning. We got to come out here with a different mentality, stay focused, and just look to next Saturday's game.
Brandon, a fine performance, a couple of touchdown runs. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.